Hi, so I'm making this video to do a very quick update because I'm seeing certain events playing out on the ground right now, which we actually experienced before. Okay, and I think it's really important for me to give an update on this because I do anticipate a certain amount of events to actually happen. But in order for me to explain to you, right, we need to talk about the supply situation that we have right now. So what is the supply situation we have right now? Okay, to understand this, we also need to understand a little bit of history. So I want to bring you back to 2017 period, right? Where in 2019 and 2020, 2019 and 2020, what we saw was the supply drop below 10,000 units. And the 2 years prior to that, in 2017 and 2018, we saw supply coming down. And this is actually very similar to what we're facing right now. Now, I want you to focus on 2019 and 2020 because when the supply dropped below 10,000 units, that was a huge shift and change in the market. So let's have a look. When the supply was decreasing, right, in 2017 and 2018, we saw the prices start to pick up. But when it dropped below the 10,000 unit mark, we saw a skyrocketing effect in terms of prices. So I do think that right now we are going to be facing something similar because if you look at the chart, all right, of supply from 2017, 2018, it is very similar to what we're facing right now in 2023 and 2024. Okay. And if we look at 2025 and 2026, when the supply suddenly drops below the 10,000 unit mark, I do anticipate the same thing of a skyrocketing effect to play out again. And we are already seeing telltale signs that's happening right now that is similar to last time. So what do I mean? Last time, back in 2018, just to share with you, there was these two developments, Queens and Sterling Residence. So Queens condo was a resale condominium, 9 years old. TOP date was 2002. Sterling Residences, also a 9 TOP 2022. Now, at that time, when I was recommending people to buy Sterling Residences, because of this phenomenon that I'll be sharing with you, a lot of people tell me, oh, no lah, Queens, the PSF is lower, Queens is closer to MRT, this and that, size is bigger. Okay, so in order to understand this, we need to bring back and go back in time to 2018. At that time, Queens condominium for a 3-bedder was selling at $1,250 per square feet to $1,300 per square feet. Okay, when Sterling Residences at that time was selling at $1,650 per square feet to $1,800 per square feet. So there is a gap in this PSF between new and resale, normal. But how do we reconcile it? So based from my experience and knowledge, for every year difference, we're talking about $50 per square feet difference. So we take a look. Queens, average price at that time, all right, let's take it at $1,275 PSF. Based on a 10-year gap, we are talking about Sterling Residences having a fair value of $1,775 PSF. And back in 2018, there were some units in Sterling Residences selling below $1,775 per square feet. So what we saw, what was this phenomenon that was happening is that when the supply was starting to reach and deplete, nearing towards below the 10,000 unit mark, there was starting to have a mispricing in the market, whereby resale and new launch are almost at the same value at that point in time, which makes it a no-brainer to actually go for the brand new development. And if you did so, for example, you went for Sterling Residences at that time, you would have been one of these owners that made more than $500,000, right? I show you another one. Also, same thing at that time back in 2018, there was another two developments, Triling and Park Clementes. These are in Clementi, right? Distance-wise, they are also very close to each other and similarly distance away from the Clementi MRT. Triling, a resale, 9 years old, TOP date was in 2017. Park Clementes, 9, TOP date was 2024. So back in 2018, Triling for 3 bedrooms are transacting around $1,450 to $1,650 PSF. For Park Clementes, all right, it was actually at the same PSF of $1,600 to $1,650 PSF. Okay, so to me, average price for Triling for the resale market at that time was $1,550. Based on the 5-year gap, okay, Park Clementi's fair value at that time should have been $1,008. And back in 2018, a lot of units, right, for Park Clementi's, you could get it below $1,008 PSF, right? So Same phenomenon happening again. Mispricing in the market, whereby the resale is overpriced. It has caught up so much to the new launch, right? Which makes it a no-brainer to just buy a new development. Okay, and on the converse side of things is that it actually makes it more risky to buy a resale at that point in time already, right? Because the resale prices were very frothy, right? Beyond what the market can accept already. And if you've been one of those buyers who actually took action, bought Park Clementi's, you would have made handsomely another $500,000 from the 3 bedrooms there. Okay. Same thing, I show you another one, Penrose and Sims Urban. This was back in 2020, right? Still during the period where the supply was below the 10,000 unit mark. Okay. Same thing happening. We have Sims Urban Oasis, this TOP in 2017, 999 property. Penrose, also 999 property, TOP in 2023. Okay, they were both in the Aljunied area, as you can take a look, side by side each other. Now, Sims Urban back in 2020, okay, resale prices are transacting at $1,500 to $1,600 PSF. For Penrose, the developer also launched it at $1,400 to $1,500 PSF. So Penrose and Sims Urban, same phenomenon happening, right? Where the average price for Sims Urban, resale property, $1,550 PSF. Based on the 5-year gap, the Penrose fair value should be $1,008. And back in 2020, you could actually buy Penrose below 1,008, right? Similar to what was happening in Park Clementi's. So same thing, mispricing in the market, new launch to me cheaper than the resale, right? So whenever we see this kind of mispricing in the market, new launch similar or below the resale price, it makes all the sense to go and buy, okay, a new property at a time with a higher potential for growth. Okay, and if you're one of those owners who bought Penrose, right, 3-bedder, you would have same thing handsomely made $500,000. Okay, I show you another one. All right, I can show you countless examples because right now I'm actually experiencing the same phenomenon happening whereby the resale properties versus the new properties have a mispricing in the market. Okay, those uninformed buyers in the market are mispricing, purchasing and paying too much for resale properties at the current moment. So back in 2018, there was these two developments, Tres Alvario and Jadescape. Tres Alvario, 99 years, TOP in 2012. Okay, but this is a freehold property, and I'll reconcile the fair value later to show you. For Jadescape, okay, it's a 99 years TOP date, 2022. Okay, and you can see they are side by side each other near to the Marymount MRT. At that time, okay, Tres Alvario, okay, resale prices, there was only one transaction at that time. You can get it for 1,004 PSF. Okay, Jadescape was selling at 1,650 to 1,007. Now we must remember Tres Alvario is a freehold property. So to reconcile the price back to 99 based on the 1,004 transaction, we need to minus 15%, right? So generally, freehold properties has a 15 to 20% premium. So we bring it back to a 99-year value with minus 15%, which means that back in 2018, Tres Alvario, okay, the 99-year fair value would be $1,190 PSF. Now, based on a 10-year gap, that means Jadescape's fair value should be $1,690 PSF. And back in 2018, that was exactly what the developer was selling for. There were some selected units that you could buy below 1,690 or 1,007 to make it simple. So same thing, you can see there's a mispricing in the market between the resale and the new launch, right? They have the same fair value price. And whenever this happens, okay, it only makes sense to go and buy something brand new right now. And I do anticipate that same thing where there's going to be a skyrocketing in prices to happen, right? Because we are seeing the supply drop below the 10,000 unit mark right now, right? So you can see right now, 2025, 2026, we're going to be moving into a period where the supply drops below 10,000 units, right? 2024, total supply is about 12,006. If you look at back in 2018, the supply was about 13,000. Very similar situation. Okay, so I think right now we are really already seeing signs of things happening. It is actually happening faster than I anticipated. I thought it would probably kick in maybe closer towards the third quarter of the year, but it is already happening right now. So that only tells me with the telltale signs that I'm recognizing, I'm already finding a lot of resale properties that are pricing at or below a lot of new launch properties pricing at or below their resale counterparts, right? Which means that the resale is overvalued. It's too frothy right now to purchase a resale property. Okay, so I'm just making this video very quickly because I think it's very timely information that needs to be out to you so you have a better understanding of the market so that we can better navigate and make the decision as well.